Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for another YouTube video. In this video I'm going to be talking about Yearly Finance and their most recent blog that they've just announced today. So here I am on the Yearly Finance front page, website page, and yeah, so moving across I'll go to this blog, and it's this one here. Developer series designing next-gen yearly products with Teal 5 upgrades. Now, this was released 7 hours ago. It's estimated to be a 7-minute read. I've been through it a few times now, and I'm relatively excited, to be honest with you. Very excited. That's a bit of an understatement. Yeah, so I'll just quickly go through what this blog's about, and also we'll look into the liquidity pools blog previously, and then we'll look at the roadmap, and I'll just have, somewhere along the line I'll talk about what's in store really for Yearly and where I see it going in the future. Yeah, so these upgrades have been long awaited, and part of that has been described, explained in this blog. I'd say it's well worth a read. So basically, to find it, you go to the Yearly homepage, then you go to About, and then you go down to the links, and then Yearly website, and then along the top tab there will be a tab for blogs, and then this is where you'll find this this blog. So yeah, in the latest edition of Yearly's developer series, we gave you a deep dive into Teal 5 staking smart contracts. In particular, we explain upcoming Yearly pool types, Teal 5 technical undertaking, including why we skipped Teal 4, how we leverage some of Teal 5's new features, why our V3 smart contracts herald new and improved age of staking on Algorand, what we are up to next. So, with the upgrading to a faster, more secure Teal 5, it says that the total value locked in Yearly is 145 million. As this time of making this video, it is currently, I think it's around about 135 million. 134, it's just gone down slightly. Yeah, and so back to this. I'll just give you a quick run through this, folks. So with the community support, a lifetime of just about 6 months. So the Yearly platform is just about 6 months old. And our Teal 3 smart contracts facilitated some pretty amazing things, including 3 million transactions and 145 million in total value locked. But as stated on our roadmap, it is time for an upgrade. There will be a few more days until Yearly multi-audited Teal 5 contracts go live, with the exciting launch of our first liquidity provider pools. So a few things to note about Yearly's new family of contract offerings. They make multi-token liquidity pools, liquidity token and automated compound staking possible. That's personally I've been waiting for that for a long time, because auto compounding, so I don't need to log in and basically compound those gains every single time. And I think the ideal time for me to do it is around about 4 a.m. and I live in Scotland, so yeah, it's not ideal for me. So I've personally been looking forward to this for a long time. Leading blockchain cybersecurity audits firm Holborn and Runtime Verification have audited the code based on given the green ticks for approval. So these guys, Holborn and Runtime Verification, if you're going to get audited, these are the guys that you want to do it. They're the most well known in the industry, so that gives confidence. They boast top-notch security, extreme precision, and combine the comfortable user experience for EVM-based staking projects with Algorand's incredibly low transaction fees and lightning-fast validation times. So that sounds good as well. So yeah, so the next generation of products would be the liquidity mining plus yieldless staking pools. So they're planning on releasing a dual pool system. Users provide partner liquidity pool tokens and are rewarded in Yieldly for helping secure liquidity. Yieldly can then be staked in the separate pool that yields the partner token. These pools, these complementary pools will always be released concurrently, and for the same durations, either 30 or 60 days. So basically, what happens there is that you will stake your Yieldly, and then you'll earn the liquidity token, and then you can stake that token and then earn Yieldly, and then the cycle just goes so on and so forth. Secondly, they're planning on releasing community staking pools similar to the described product above, but added bonus that it's up to the community. Our governance program empowers users to elect which ASA projects they would like to see in the Yieldly ecosystem community pools, and clearly identify on Yieldly's DApp, so users can distinguish between pool types and stake at their discretion. So basically what they're saying there, folks, is that if you have a project that you really like, and you would like to have that pool listed on Yieldly as a staking pool, you can use the governance token to vote for your project, and then obviously if it's successful, then they will then add that project to the DApp, to Yieldly's DApp. However, I don't know, something that worries me about this is that at the moment, Yieldly are basically vetting all the new projects that are listed onto Yieldly's pool, and they're vetting them, making sure that they're a legitimate project, that their Yieldly's users aren't going to get rug pulled and things like that. So when they hand that over to the community, it's calls for concern, because I would like to think that there's some element of vetting process in there to make sure that the community is therefore protected, and it's not just down to our own due diligence, which maybe that makes me a bit of a lazy investor, but it's nice to know that at the moment, if a project's listed on Yieldly, then it's relatively safe. So that's my only concern with that there. And thirdly, moving on, fair distribution pools. As part of Yieldly's role as an ecosystem incubator, these pools provide fair ways for other ASA projects to distribute their tokens over time. So any new projects, they can basically distribute their token over time on the Yieldly platform, as we've seen with the most recent staking pools. Auto compounding pools, we've already spoke about this slightly. So yeah, as I said, I can't wait for this to come into play. Background development on Yieldly's Teal 5 contracts. So development on new Teal contracts commenced a few months ago, while on Algorand release AVM1 and Teal 4 BetaNet. Our team immediately took action implementing these significant updates. After much planning and whiteboard sessions, we were able to integrate many of the groundbreaking new features described on the technical breakdown section. I find this bit interesting. So after a period of intensive development, we finally finished the first implementation of Teal 4 staking contracts. However, Teal 4's reign in the Algorand ecosystem was short-lived, namely because just after we finished Teal 4 development, Algorand dropped a new beast, Teal 5. And basically, from reading this, you can read through it yourselves, guys, but what I took from it was Teal 5 was just so far more advanced that the developers decided just to put everything on hold, and then redeveloped the new smart contracts using the Teal 5 because it's so much more secure, fast, and so much more accurate as well. I remember watching a video with Aaron, Aaron, one of the developers, and this was quite early on in the project, and he basically explained the struggle with Teal 3 and was it the 64-bit calculations that they were doing, and basically they were going well, including so many decimal places that they were just basically bogging down the system, and it would potentially not allow allow it to work properly. However, with Teal 5, they managed to get a way around it, but with this, they've managed to improve it once again. And also with Teal 5, they're able to use inner transactions. There's a link there you can go into it in more detail if you like. I did, but with these inner transactions, they're basically allowed to, from my understanding, embed the security code in and basically almost like a script and confine it in. So then the smart contracts are smaller in size, and which means they're faster and safer, and they go through the system more quickly. So carrying on. Yep, there you go. The precision of 512-bit numbers and then 64-bit numbers. You guys can go on and read that. So yeah, it goes on about the limitations and Teal 5 improvements. That's basically what I've just very briefly gone over. What happens next? Yieldly is working closely with our new and existing partners to include them to power our deep liquidity incentives. Keep an eye on our socials. Stay updated. Twitter, Telegram group announcements, and Discord. So moving on, I'm going to quickly look at how the yearly pools work. So this is a different blog. This one was released 4 days ago. Holborn security audit complete. Yearly's liquidity pools ready for takeoff. And briefly goes on about the Holborn audit, and it basically just shows how it basically passed with flying colours, and you can see the findings here. There's zero critical findings, high priority findings, 1 medium priority findings subsequently solved by Yieldly, 0 low priority findings, and 4 informational comments. So as you can see, absolutely flew through that audit, which is very promising indeed. How the Yieldly pools work, liquidity pools work. Yieldly's liquidity pools are designed to create a positive feedback loop whereby liquidity providers are rewarded with an additional token on top of the yield generated on Tinyman. If you are familiar with Sushi Swap or Syrup pools are on Pancake Swap. Then the flywheel for liquidity mining will be clear. And what I will do is I'll post a link in the description of this video to a useful video that I found on PancakeSwap yield farming. Basically, it just goes through what they're doing, and you can see how this is the direction that Yieldly are planning on going in, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so excited with the Yieldly platform. It's a really well produced video and really well delivered. So it was very exciting, and I'd really recommend you watch it just to get an idea of what is in store for Yieldly. And it basically shows you, I don't know about you guys, but I've been a little bit. I've not taken part in any liquidity providing on Tinyman, partly because I've got friends who have lost money doing it through impermanent loss, and so I've just sort of just held back and just sat back a wee bit. But after seeing how easy it is, and also how correlated Yieldly and Algorand are, which is quite important in providing liquidity. I'd be quite happily to do that with that pair right there. So that's something that I'm looking forward to doing in the future. I think first I'll dabble a wee bit and take part in it, and then I'll keep you all updated in how I get on with that. But from some of the Telegram groups, there's people in there that have been doing it from day one, and they're fairly experienced in it, and they're quite happy as well to give out their knowledge and their experience on how to go about doing it and what to look out for and what not to do, sort of thing. So I'd recommend going and speaking to people in there as well. yeah, sorry, I've went on a bit of a tangent there, and yeah, some of the gains from this really will flywheel because you're basically earning yield, and the APYs in some of these years are relatively high anyway, and then you basically take that. Well, then you be yielded in a token, and then you can then add that to another pool, and then earn another high yield there, and then it just sort of just spirals out of control really, and then snowballs. Yeah, so um, so Yearly's liquidity pools will be structured as a dual pool system. The first pool is general staking pool, where users can stake Yearly and are rewarded in with the token of the project. I think I've already gone through this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over the roadmap and find out where we are now. We're in Q4 of 2021. Um, so they were planning on doing an NFT marketplace. That's still yet to come out, but I can't. They've been very busy, so I'm not going to fault them for that. I'd imagine that is coming up pretty soon. They've certainly mentioned it. Liquidity provider pools, that's coming out in the next couple of days. Auto compounding ASAs, Teal staking, Teal 5. Auto compounding ASAs, staking pools, Teal 5. That's coming out in the next couple of days. Fair distribution pools, fire staking, that's coming out in a few days. Teal-fied audit by Horden, that's done. Yieldly listed on ZipMex, that's been done. New wallet integrations on AlgoSigner, and integrate standardized NFTs on Algorand. So they're fair working their way through that. I know it's coming up to the end of Q4 now, but they're doing not bad, to be honest with you. It's quite a they've been very busy, and I know the team's grown with developers, but realistically there's only so much they can get done in a certain amount of time. So personally, I'm very impressed with what they've managed to achieve so far. So in Q1 2022, they're planning a Launchpad project incubation. We've briefly spoke about that. Governance token governance, so that'll be for the community SS staking pools via chosen governance. VIP NFT prize games, merchandise. Looking forward to that. NFT Artist Hall of Fame, verified liquidity swap for integration. NFT EVM chain, NFT staking, liquidity locking, algo purchase on app. Personally, I'm looking forward to that as well. End-to-end automated launchpad and Yieldly analytics. I'm sure as time progresses, this will get updated. They've left this kind of vague and blank, but to be honest, look how these have filled out so far. So I wouldn't be surprised if this team, they just keep on. They say that they're going to do something, and they provide way more than what they were setting out to do. They achieve way more. So I have no doubt I have the utmost faith in them, sort of thing. One thing that I did just remember, sorry, I think it was on this one. I think down at the bottom here, it mentioned which pool was going to be the first one. So Yearly is indeed home to the highest rewards on Algorand. Our liquidity pools are a major step forward for the Algorand community, and we are excited to bring it all to you. We will kickstart our liquidity pools with the first community coin, Akita, before the end of the year. Merry Christmas. So that was 4 days ago, and the most recent one was literally today. So anytime between now and the new year, the Akita liquidity pool will be launched, and that's the Akita Inu coin. I don't know how you all feel about that. I'm relatively reserved. I mean, the hype that could be generated from a meme coin could be good for the ecosystem, could get lots of transactions and people to engaging with it and taking part with it. So it might not be bad from that front. However, I know I personally like to invest in certain projects with fundamentals and going forward. And as far as I'm aware, Akita is just a meme coin. I must admit, I've not looked into it too much at all, really, to be honest with you. I've just heard about it in the chats, and so it might be more than that. I don't know. It might just be disguised as a meme coin. but from first hearing about it, it sounds like a meme coin. So yeah, so I hope you like this video, folks, and I shall be trying to post more regularly in future. So if you like this video, folks, give me a like and subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.